With me is Jameela aka Titania from She-Hulk. A very warm welcome. I'm Arun Singh. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Perfect. So first question has to be, how big of a Marvel Universe fan you are yourself?
I'm such a big fan of the whole Marvel Universe and an even bigger fan of Titania. I always was. And so to have been cast as her without knowing that's what I was auditioning for has been truly the best surprise of my whole life.
Oh, is it? And how has the action sequences been? I mean, shooting those sequences.
Really fun, really fun. I mean, I never know how much is actually going to stay in because you hear about action movies shooting and shooting and shooting and then you never know what's actually going to make it into the edit. But we recorded a lot of fight scenes and I learned a lot of fighting and I learned jiu-jitsu and kung fu and kickboxing and how to fight on a wire. I've left there with skills that make me feel like if Hollywood doesn't work out for me, I'm just going to become an assassin.
And I was reading your journey. You've had such a great journey, and for someone who's also dealt with body image issues today, you are in a superhero film. What do you want to tell your younger self, Jameela?
Oh, I want to tell my younger self just to hang on and that it's going to be okay one day and that I will always have limitations. I grew up, I wasn't very well. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and it was especially difficult when I was a child and I was still growing. And so I wasn't very mobile and I was never picked for any sports teams and I spent a lot of my life in bed. And so to now be in something so active and to have never seen someone with my condition openly on camera, to know that I'm now that representation for any other kids who have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome or similar illnesses, to know that maybe with a supportive team like the one at Marvel, you'll be able to live your wildest dreams too.
And if you were to get a superpower in real life, what would you want to do for young girls out there maybe?
I would love to... I would like to silence the voice of the inner bully in every woman's mind. That's what I would like to do. I would like to have a switch that could just turn it off, because I think it's the thing that holds women back so much is their self-criticism and what a hard time they give themselves, the standards, like this just like committee in all of our heads that's saying worse things to us than anyone on the outside. I would love to be able to erase that in just one click, because I think that then women would progress to their full potential.
Right, and I'm connecting to you from India, and your roots go back to India or the Indian subcontinent. What are the emotions there?
I also think it's really cool to have to have South Asians represent now in the MCU is incredibly important to me, because again, growing up as a little kid, I didn't see Indians and Pakistanis playing the hero or the love interest or anything really other than the sort of very reductive stereotype that just facilitated one moment in a white person's story. And so now... Sorry?
Sorry to cut you. In some interview you also said people mistake you for Priyanka Chopra.
Oh yeah. What a joy. How flattering.
Really?
Yeah, you don't think so?
Of course I do. I mean, so you take that as a compliment.
I take it as a compliment. I don't think we look alike, but I'll take it. My goodness, there's a lot worse people that I could be compared to than Priyanka Goddess Chopra. What I would say is that it was also really important to me to get to play a villain. When people who look like you and me play villains on screen, often it's as terrorists, which is also really reductive. And so to play a completely fresh kind of villain who's nothing to do with any stereotypes about our people was extremely exciting. And she's so glamorous and she's so powerful and fun to play. She's free, and I love to be able to portray a very free South Asian woman on the big screen.
Lovely to see you, and I think both of you are goddesses in your own way, Priyanka and you of course, and thanks for your representation. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much.